On a scale of 0 to 10, with 0 being I'd rather stay home and 10 being let's drop everything and go right now, most of my respondents responded with a 10, with only one responding with a 9 in reference to going to London. That's so excited. Let's get started. So today I'd like to persuade you to go to London on the London Scholars trip, which is through the University of Findlay. Since a lot of you responded with a 10 on my survey, saying that you'd rather leave right now, dropping everything, this information is for you. I studied in the program last May for 3 weeks, and this was during a little bit of a trying period in my life, but it opened so many doors for me, and it was such an exciting period of time, and it also gave me a breath of fresh air. So during this speech, I'm going to tell you why it's important to study abroad, but also some of the things that you need to get started in the program, what will happen if you do go, and also what you need if you make the choice to eventually go. Most of my survey respondents did not know what kinds of study abroad opportunities are available through Findlay. A few did mention that the London Scholars opportunity is available, but this is a perfect time for me to start going on and explaining what the London Scholars Adventure is. Alright, so the Director of International Education Affairs, Eileen Rookie, tells us that the London Scholars Program is a 3-week-long study abroad opportunity which welcomes students and faculty members from any department within the University of Findlay. You can learn so much more about one another by rooming with one another that you've studied with throughout the entire year. Also, you won't be just doing schoolwork, it's more of a vacation too, but you can take in sightseeing, so you can take in things like listening to music. There's a lot to do, like shopping even. Here's some flyers that I got when I was over there. But this study abroad opportunity is quite special. So you'll be living in the heart of London, around places like Oxford Street. So that's the biggest shopping street, or the shopping district in all of Europe. But also you can live in places like Baker Street. So those of you who are familiar with Sherlock Holmes, you might know what this means. Furthermore, you will room with your friends or your classmates who you've studied alongside with for a semester or two. Also, you'll be studying alongside a professor who you've gotten to know. So this is a great time to get to know one another a little bit better. Now, while studying in London, we got to study in one of the most prestigious schools in the entire world, according to top universities. Now, this was according to the 2019 edition, but University College London is where we studied, so that's right around here in Euston Square. That is in the heart of London, practically 5 minutes away from where we lived. So because I was so impressed with the atmosphere and how wonderful the greenery was, yes, there is greenery in London, if believe it or not, I'm actually going to be applying to the Center of Translation Studies for my doctorate. Wish me a lot of luck. So your head's probably buzzing with visions of double-decker buses and Big Ben, but before we get to London proper, I should probably go through the process of applying to get into the London Scholars Program. So in order to study abroad in London, you'll need to familiarize yourself with how to apply to it. So to do this, you'll want to contact the UF Office of International Education to get a hold of the application. So that application is going to look a little bit like this, but the full application will be a little bit more extensive. As a matter of fact, I had to answer a few short questions in essay format, but it wasn't too difficult. I assure you, you'll probably do quite well if you're interested in going. Now, outside of applying for the London Scholars Program, the undergraduate students will need to enroll in a 3-credit-hour class which they will take over the spring semester. So this 3-credit-hour course will help you prepare for things that you'll run into in London and also acclimate you for the program, especially if you have never studied abroad before. So remember, this is not just a vacation like I said earlier, this is definitely a study abroad. Now, I'll talk a little bit about this later, but it does cost some money. It does cost about $4,200, but that does include the credit hours. So you do get a little bit of bargain there, and there are scholarships. So For the graduate students, the application process is quite similar, except that the credits are not included, so you're going to have to pay the $4,200 on the top, and the credits for, say, English 550, that's the class I had to take as a Master's of Writing and Rhetoric student. That's something that you'll have to do on your own, unfortunately. But the graduate students do enjoy a less structured study. So now that you know how to get yourself in the loop as far as the London Scholars application process goes, let me take some time to tell you about the benefits. So you've probably heard family members and friends all telling you about how great it is to study abroad. You need to go somewhere else than just the States. Well, in the surveys I asked, what is a memorable experience from studying abroad? One person said, I didn't study abroad yet. Well, this is a great time. Another person said they felt more relaxed when going to Costa Rica. Another said it's just simply too personal. So on September 30th of 2017, a website hosted in India said that some particular benefits of studying in the UK would be a great culture. There's so many cultures in the UK, and also there's such a good support environment. Now, the article titled Customized Faculty-Led Study Abroad by AIFS, this is the same program that I went through, states that there's a lot of culture, also there's a lot of support services in the UK while you're standing there. So now that you know a little bit more about London proper and how this will benefit you as a student, let's work towards how you can actually get there. So first, you're going to need yourself one of these, a passport, if you haven't already gotten one. The passport application process is not too difficult, according to the United States Department of State in 2018, but you do need some money to apply for that. That's $110 for the application fees, and then $25 for secretarial fees. But other than that, you should be good to go if you already have that. So for financial aid, I know that many of you in the survey said that cost is a huge problem. The financial aid has much more information as far as what kinds of aid is available to you. So whether you need a loan or study abroad opportunities are available. So the financial aid office online through the website at internationalaidofficeinfinley.com will tell you that there's a lot of aid available to undergraduate students, but not so much to graduate students, unfortunately. If you need some more aid, you might be available for an unsubsidized loan. So are we ready to go yet? Traveling abroad, especially to London, is a great opportunity to get you to know your peers much better and research in one of the world's leading research centers. There's so much to see too. But remember too that an application process is needed to get there. Once you're enrolled there, though, it's pretty much easy going. The class is only to acclimate you and get ready for that research project once you're there. It is expensive, but once you have all your funds together and you know what you're going to do once you're there, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. But you do need a valid passport to go, so do remember that. And while it is a costly trip, you'll make so many memories once you're there. And if I have the opportunity to get there myself, maybe I'll see you there too.